Welcome to my channel, My Life After 50, Frank Morrison. I hope you all have been well. If you are returning watchers, it's been quite the week getting ready for the holidays. Hopefully, that has not been too stressful for anyone. This is supposed to be a really fun and happy time, and I hope it has been that. The purpose of this live stream, I like to talk about the fact that I have full clarity after defeating what I call the evils of alcohol. Full disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I have no degree in medicine. I am not a counselor, not a therapist. I'm not a neurologist. I am just a regular guy who went through a terrible time, and I now have amazing clarity over my entire life. And I'm so thankful to have that back. If you have not seen my video on how I just opened up and told the story of how I quit, I'd love for you to watch that. It's a little long. Some folks have broken it up into 3 or 4 stages. I just spill the beans, and I tell the best story that I can tell. And I know there's many folks out there that are struggling, that are drinking a lot and can't quit. And so I'm here to just be that regular guy to show you that it can be done. I am over 10 years now of quitting, and I don't even think about it. Doesn't cross my mind. I can hang out with folks that drink with no issues whatsoever. I have no desire. I have no temptation. Am I a rare bird? Maybe. Maybe I just am proud of how strong my willpower is. And you can have that also. Anybody can have that amazing willpower. It's all right here. You have control of that. But you know what? You don't have control of that when you're drinking daily. And when every hour goes by, you're thinking about alcohol and not what you're supposed to be doing at that time, whether you're at work or getting things done around your house, working on your car, playing sports, hanging out with your friends. If alcohol is on your mind constantly, it's not good. And it's time for you to really hit the reset button. Each week, I do a Frank's Weekly 5. I'm going to bounce around a little bit, but I'm going to start in with number 1. And I've chosen, and there's many more than 3 words, but I've chosen these 3. 3 words that describe willpower: resilience, discipline, and resolve. Resilience, discipline, and resolve. What do those words mean to you? For me, resilience. I have the resilience and will for the rest of my life to no longer drink. I defeated those evils that grabbed a hold of me and tried to destroy me. And I'm the winner, not the alcohol. Discipline. The discipline to move forward in your life without alcohol. Everyone has that discipline. And I want to be very clear about something, because when I talk about this, I don't want to come across as everyone that drinks has a problem. Please don't. I wouldn't ever want anyone to think that. There are millions of people that can control their alcohol intake and are very disciplined. But If I go on the other side of discipline, when that discipline disappears, alcohol can literally destroy you and everything around you. So, back to what I was saying, I don't want this to be about alcohol being evils for everyone. It's not. I have very close friends um, that drink occasionally, but have their life in check. But those evils can take your lives in check away from you if you don't have discipline. Resolve. What does resolve mean to you? Resolve? Well, I'll get right to I resolved an issue. My issue was I wasn't living my life, my clean life, my life of clarity, which I love having. And you're going to hear me say this often. And I love that word. I'll tell this quick story. I told it maybe in my second live stream, which was I had a super close friend that I've known since I was 15 years old. And fast forwarding to when I was having serious problems, and he knew what was going on, and he was there for me mentally. Um, but after I got past everything, and we would talk, oh, maybe once a week. I had some other things going on in my life. He wanted to check in on me, and that's what great friends do. They check in on you and with you. Um, and he goes, so Frank, what's it like? Do you have do you have do you have anything that you could say? What's it like not drinking? And I said, I have full clarity. And he says, literally, wow, quite dramatic. And I loved it. I loved the way that he said it. Because, yes, I just duplicated that, and that'll stick with me because, wow, it's a great feeling. Number two, while you're going through this process of first thinking of quitting because you know you have a problem, that's the first step, is accepting that in your own mind, is to surround yourself with believers. So what does that mean? Well, you could break that down pretty simply. Surround yourself with believers. Who are your believers? Your believers are your friends who are going to be with you through these stages, these steps that you're going to take to quit drinking. Some of them may know that you have a problem. Some of them may not know you have a problem. And when you go through these steps, you reach out and you let them know what you're about to go through. And you're reaching out to them to let them know that you need believers. And I'm calling you, my friend and friends and family, husbands or wives, sitting them down and saying, I need you as my believers, so that they can surround you with everything that you're gonna need. And a lot of that is mental, being there to check in on you. Surround yourself with believers. That'll be a big help. Number three, maybe this seems a little out of order, but speaking of getting to that stage of knowing you have a problem and you need to quit, and I'll get into some of my problems. I like to bring those up because maybe you have experienced one of those, but I'll get to that in a second. How many times have you thought about quitting this week, or even last week, the last 2 weeks, the last 3 weeks? the last month. Why don't you write that down? Why don't you write that down? And I do this weekly. And maybe next week, you use that as a test for yourself. And on my chat line, which is live right now, you can chat in if you'd like, which I'd love for that to happen. I'm really looking for people to engage with me. You can stay anonymous. I'm not going to mention your name, um, but open up with anything. But maybe next week or even now, as you're watching this, how many times have you thought about it? Write it down for yourself. Start making a log because you're on the path. You've accepted the fact that you have a problem and you're telling yourself whether you really understand that or not. And the more you tell yourself, the closer you're going to get to finally doing what I did, which is to seek. I sought professional help. You cannot quit on your own. If you are a daily drinker, you are intoxicated every day. You're drinking in the mornings, and everyone's different. You're drinking in the mornings. It's gotten that bad because if you're drinking in the morning, it's probably because your body is looking for it. Or it's just become an excuse. Oh, it helps me chill out before I start my day. Are you kidding me? There's the evils of alcohol right there. Um, if getting back to what I was saying, if you're intoxicated every day and you're starting to feel episodes of things, you're going to need to seek professional help. You cannot just stop drinking. Your body is going to literally freak out. And it started with me with some anxiety, which turned into a massive panic attack, and then it just snowballed from there. So you need professional help to quit drinking. But number three, write it down. Write it down and share it with me. I'd love for you to share it with me, um, because that also shows me and it shows you that you're openly talking about it with someone. I'm a stranger to you, uh, but I'm here for you. Number four, and I like to add some of these just to get right to it. Overcome this addiction and reclaim yourself. Last week I said get yourself back. Overcome this addiction because it is an addiction. You can deny it all day long. But it's an addiction because you're going to it every single day. You're addicted. Plain and simple. So get off that train. Get on the new train. Get on the new train of clarity. Because let me tell you, it's an awful lot of fun. You think of things you haven't thought of for years. You can be a kid again, man, and you can just you don't have to hide. You don't have to pretend. Letting people know everything's good. Well, guess what? Everything is good with me because I have clarity. There it is again. Um, I know it's hard. It's incredibly hard. Um, but you got to find a way beyond these steps of understanding that you have a problem and get on this path because it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful place to be. Each week, as I like to show off my quote shirt, here you are. There's a nice story behind this. Maybe you go back a few live stream episodes and check that out. Make today your best day ever until tomorrow, because you will have a tomorrow. And every tomorrow gets better. And you can find this shirt on redbubble.com under FJM Art, or on the Redbubble website. Just type in My Life After 50. Excuse me. Wow, that's hilarious. Type in Make Today Your Best Day Ever Until Tomorrow right on the website, and it'll come up. I actually have decals. I've got one on my Volkswagen Vanagon that I proudly show everyone as I'm at street lights so they can gander at this amazing quote, this powerful quote. Best Day Ever has been out for quite some time. This takes it in another level. Until tomorrow. Folks, I want you to have a safe and very Merry Christmas. And if you're thinking of not drinking for the rest of these holidays, please be careful with that. Uh, I think it's great that you don't want to drink during the holidays. If this is a step forward, that's awesome. But be careful, be safe about it, because it can be very dangerous. I hope you join me next week. And until next time, I'll say it again. Make today your best day ever. Until tomorrow. Take care. And again, Merry Christmas.